Welcome to Sage Waves Wisdom. I'm Jana Schmieding.
And I'm Brian Bahe.
And we are podcasting to you. Wait, could you hear me in the first part?
You kind of could, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Can you hear? Is it the mic? Is my mic actually? Yeah, it's my
Now
mic. Okay.
you sound. I mean, you sound much clearer now, but before.
Okay, great. I was just like relying on my headphones, but no. Okay, we're podcasting to you from the sacred homelands of the World Wide Web.
Today, we'll be giving you, our listeners, some advice cultivated indigenously from our backgrounds in Avatar.
And matcha.
James Cameron's Avatar. If you're a frequent listener and want even more of us in your life, consider becoming an official Wise Ass member by going to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com.
Yes. We do not have a guest today, and we are sort of doing an internet episode. And Bri, it looks like kind of for the foreseeable future, we might be doing internet episodes where we're just like in our own realms and sort of Skyping in, if you will.
Kind of
Skyping into the pod.
Pandemic vibes, I like to say.
It is sort of giving pandemic vibes, which
was my favorite year. 2020 was one of my favorite years.
Truly, 2020, can I just say, 2020 was literally one of the worst years in our human history. Slash, I got my first TV writing job and became the co-star of a sitcom. But I was like, wow, when shit is going badly for everyone else, it's really actually popping off for me.
Yeah, remember how all those people would play their classical instruments at 5 p.m. every day outside their window?
What?
Maybe that was a New York thing.
I remember the pots and pans of it all, but not a classical music. What?
I feel like I saw videos of like people in like, maybe this was in Italy, and they would like they just started like, somebody was just like playing their like cello on their balcony, and then somebody brought out their violin from a different balcony, and they all started like harmonizing, and then everyone is like
I must have blocked it out of my mind. It sounds beautiful for the moment.
Shortly after the pandemic, I was in LA visiting. I didn't live here at the time. And I met a man on an app. I went back to his place. And then he was telling me that he had a saxophone and he would go on his balcony and play that during the sunset during the pandemic. And he said across the canyon, because I think he lived in like
Topanga?
Echo Park, maybe.
Oh.
Like across the canyon.
The Echo Park
across
canyon?
the canyon being Sunset Boulevard. Because like somebody else would play their saxophone. And I was just like, huh.
Dueling saxophones across the quote unquote Sunset Canyon.
Yeah.
Goddamn. And then was your boner just like,
I don't know. I do think
Or was it like, oh?
I was fascinated by it. I think at the time I was fascinated by it.
You know, I'm clowning on this man in the moment, but I do have to say, in terms of like the families of instruments, one of my favorite, I think my favorite family of instruments is the brass section of the band. I love a trombone. I love a trumpet. I do love a sax.
I love a trumpet, a tuba.
Tuba is great.
Tuba's good.
Tuba is the sort of the I find it to be the instrument that depicts humiliation the best.
You mean like when somebody plays it, that's the sound that
I think we've used it. Yeah, we've sort of used it as an archetype for like the sad trombone is one, but it's like You know, like that, like when you
Yeah.
lose on Price is Right, it's
Yeah. That's very funny.
uh, um, what was I gonna say about the Pando? Something oh,
Pando
this is
Express.
not Pando, this is saxophone adjacent. When I lived in New York City, I used to love doing karaoke on certain nights at one of the hundreds of, like, Blarney Stone bars. There's one Blarney St you know how there's, like, a million
Irish pubs. Yes.
Irish pubs called Blarney Stone. One
Yeah.
of them is on, I wanna say 40th. It's, like, kind of a Midtown Blarney Stone. I can't remember if it's on the east side or the west side. I think it's on the west side, and, it's kind of near Herald Square, and
I feel
used to
like I
love
know where you're
going
talking
there.
about.
I used to love doing, I watched a lot of, NCAA football games there with, like, Oregon alumni, and then they also I realized they had a karaoke night, and it was karaoke that was also it was like, whole bar karaoke, not like renting a room karaoke. It was whole bar karaoke, and which I miss. I gotta say, like, we've kind of converted to in-room karaoke, like private room karaoke. That's like the K-Town way. But
Yeah.
I grew up with whole bar, really like knocking the socks off an entire bar of people. This karaoke had the addition of one saxophone player who would play underneath your karaoke. And guess what the title of the karaoke night was, Bri? I want you to think about all of the saxophone puns you can think of and give me two ideas of what you think it was called.
Two two
S-
in two
No.
in. Well, that's
No.
one.
Saxophone puns, Bri. Saxophone puns.
Read wet lips.
Wow, you're extraordinarily bad at this game. Okay, here's what it's called. Sax appeal.
Sax appeal. That's good.
So shout out whatever Blarney Stone in New York City has sax appeal karaoke night.
That sounds
Cause
fun. I'm actually gonna be in New York very soon, and I will be staying in Hell's Kitchen for a part of the time, which is very near this alleged Blarney Stone. Maybe I pop in.
okay, but you have to remember this is like over 10 years ago, right?
I
So like
bet
I
it's still happening.
if sax appeal is still happening, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I commend you. What a fucking flex. I used to love singing the song by Chicago that goes, "If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, no, baby, please don't go." Have you heard that song?
No.
And then a saxophone comes in and it's like it's crazy good. It was so
So
romantic.
so could he harmonize? Like, was it were there a list of songs that he had pre-selected, or was it
Yes.
like you could
Yes.
go and do, like, if I
No.
wanted to do Weezer?
Oh man, that would be fucking sick. No, he had a pre-selected list, but can I tell you another thing? There was a K-Town, um, what was the K-Town karaoke spot that we used to frequent? A bunch
K-Town,
of
Baytown.
comedy, yes, basically. Because we were so close to K-Town in the New York improv scene. We used to go there quite a bit after shows and shit. And there
Right.
was a K-Town bar, again, whole bar karaoke, but they also had rooms. But the whole bar karaoke included this guy name oh god, what was his name? I used to smoke cigarettes with him in the stairwell of this like K-Town like 5th floor bar. I think his name was like Zugi or I want to say Doogie or Zugi, but he was a Korean man who played the saxophone and would truly, you'd be like, "Hey, can you play on this Weezer song?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll figure it out." And he would fucking like just like get his sax out and play along with whatever
That's
song you wanted
so
him to.
cool.
It
That's
was
really cool.
so special. And I was like, I'm gonna make friends with you because do we take this on the road, man? I know we don't speak the same language, but let's go.
I know. I wish I was good enough at an instrument to just be able to do stuff like that.
God, I know.
I need to learn drums. That's my goal.
It is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Uh, Here's the thing. I went to a live show. Steve had a live show the other night. He did 2 sets,
Uh-huh.
and it was the guitarist was a Brazilian American. I don't know if he's American.
Jujitsu.
Brazilian
Okay.
guitarist, and then Steve was the bassist, and then there was a drummer. So it was a 3-person band.
Uh-huh.
Um, and Steve kicked some fucking ass. It was really fucking awesome to watch him perform.
Uh-huh.
And the drummer was incredible.
I know.
Incredible!
That's the thing. It's like anytime I go see a live band of any sorts, I always just end up staring at the drummer because it's just like so mesmerizing to me.
I think drummers get a lot of play.
Absolutely.
I think
But
probably
meaning sexually?
yeah, like
Okay.
any musician who's doing it live in that is good is probably getting a lot of play. But a drummer, there's something about a drummer. He's just like back there kind of in his own world. He's really like in a way leading but also following, not trying to take a ton of attention but like can't really help it.
Keyboardists
Um
do nothing for me. If anything, it counts against them. If I see if I'm seeing you live and you're playing the keyboard, I'm, like, not into you. I could have been into you.
what if you're playing a grand piano?
That can be hot. That can be hot. Not
Okay.
always, but
Okay.
it can be.
Okay, interesting. Interesting because the piano is technically a percussion instrument, so, it is in the same it's in the same family as a drum.
I think it is a combination actually, yeah, you're right, the grand piano is hot. I think there's something about standing while playing the piano is very does
Yeah!
nothing for me.
No, I see what you're saying. It's kinda like, like, there's like a it's like kind of douchey, but it's also like they have to be, like, moving their body because you can't just be
Yeah.
standing there.
It's like a standing desk almost, like, I remember when standing
Yes.
desks first hit the scene, I was like, "This is so stupid. Just sit."
Also, there's something about a standing or a keyboard that is just like one big broad keyboard, and somebody. The, okay, sitting at a keyboard is even worse because here's what it gives me the image of: musical improv.
That's very funny.
Musical improv is often using a very good pianist or keyboard player to sit on the sideline and accompany all your songs. And not no shade to the musicians of musical improv, but um
God, I
it's
wonder
it's way.
I forget where this man exists in my life, but one time one time I hooked up
If
with
you are gonna say you hooked up with a musical improv person,
I wish I knew how we met or what city this occurred in,
wait,
but
Brian, will you pull your screen down just a little bit? There you go. So our heads are,
even okay.
yeah. Okay, keep going.
I forget
This is in New
when
York.
I don't know, I can't remember. It might have been here, it might have been somewhere else, but it probably was either here in New York. And we, like, hooked up, I think maybe even more than once because I was, like, really attracted to this man. But then I think one one time we were just talking, and I think I told him that I, like, do comedy or something, and then he's like, "Oh, yeah, my first when I was living in Chicago, I was the keyboardist at Second City." And I was like, "Oh my god." I
Wait, you
was
were like in a
instantly
good way or a bad way?
in a bad way.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Something about that was very funny to me, though, to be a keyboardist at Second City.
The, keyboardist okay, so my first comedy exposure was in college. I mean, not exposure, but, like, doing comedy. My first, like, comedy collaboration was in college doing musical improv. Like, that's how I started doing improv was in college. There was we had a musical improv group called Poor Babies, and the poor was spelled Pour,
Pour.
because we just would get together and fucking get hammered, and then, like, just get on the
Okay.
somebody would get on the keys, and we would fucking, like, get hammered and
I
sing
guess that
songs.
makes sense.
And then we turned it into, like, actual musical improv, and actually, like, I remember it being so fun, the joy of my life, and to a college audience in Eugene, Oregon,
Mhm.
it's like, "Wow, what is this? We've never seen this before," you know? It's like, this is Eugene is no Chicago or New York City.
Right.
Um, the keyboardist who was our keyboardist absolutely tried to make out with me, like, have a full relationship with me, had to tried so hard, and would often wear sweatpants that were, like, kinda loose. He was, like, a, a chubbier guy and, like, kinda greasy curly hair. It was and then I remember one time we had a little bit of a falling out because I got hammered at his house where we were, like, just, like, on the mic, like, riffing, playing piano. Like, I was like, "We're friends, we're buds, like, we collaborate together, we do comedy together." And I
Mhm.
was like, "I have to stay the night here because 'cause I'm, like, too hammered to go home." And he was like, "Yes, just sleep in my bed with me." And I was like, "Okay." And I slept in bed with him, and he was trying to, like, fucking get with me all night, and I was like, I made a huge mistake sleeping there. I fucking, like, could not look at him anymore. It was just, like, it was, one of the many moments I've had in my life where I was like, "My friend, who I am not attracted to at all, thinks this is something it could be something more, and is trying to make
W
it happen, and I
what
cannot."
was what was the vibe the morning after? Were you just like,
I got
"He"
the fuck out of there. The second I sobered up, I was like, "Okay, I gotta go," and just, like, I did my classic, I don't know, I'm so stupid, I don't know what's happening, I didn't clock that,
Yeah.
um, because, in college, I was literally I had 0 confrontation skills and 0, ability to be like, "Hey, like, I love you as a friend so much," but I'm just not that's not my vibe. If I were a smart and, um, assertive young woman at the time, I would have nipped it in the bud before I even like, I would have been like, "I'm going to sleep on the couch."
Yeah.
Like,
It's crazy that you
that's not what we're
didn't.
doing. I know, but also, like, I think that there was something about my personality, and this is me just being quite just putting it all out there, Bri. I I was so put off by that interaction, but also there was something flattering about being like, somebody likes me, because
Of course.
I grew up being a person that, like, was not, like, sought after by men,
Yeah.
or women. Like, I was just like, I was sought after as a friend to people, but, like, I was not sought after sexually. So even having, like, kind of a, like, bit of an uggo weirdo a
Sweatpants
keyboard
wearing
player,
weirdo.
a sweatpants, a little dong in the sweatpants, fucking wearing
Oh,
fucking
you're missing
keyboard,
out because you're not
musical improv keyboard.
there's a thing sweeping TikTok right now called catching print. And basically this man made a little tutorial of how to like clock men's penis sizes based on literally through any pants that they're wearing. And it's kind of taken the world by storm a little bit. Women
Is
are
that
just like
what I'm missing on the on TikTok these days?
On my TikTok at least, and women are just like making videos of catching print in the wild, and
Um,
I don't but I
I
watched the
don't
video. I don't think the theory really holds up that well.
I don't either. I don't either because I gotta say, when it's not hard, every man's dick looks kind of small unless it's like
I think the main thing
wildly
is
gigantic. Like, what are we
he's
doing?
I think the main thing in this guy's videos has to do with, like, where there's a bulge in, like, the zipper area,
Uh
but,
huh.
like, that could depend but based on, like, where the man's pants sit on his waist, I think that really factors in. I don't think that this guy is factoring that into everything.
Yeah, it's not a perfect science, and it
It's not a
simply
perfect
can't
I
be,
think it's
especially
good.
based on somebody's where they're wearing their pants. Like, yeah, how much of that is like the balls sort of pushing it forward or whatever,
Literally, yeah.
like there's some men out here that they're growers, they're not showers. You know what I mean?
I think if you're that interested, you just gotta grab.
Yeah,
Just grab and see what
if
happens.
you're really trying to peek at a man's dong and sort of suss out what's going on, have him wear sweatpants. Try to get him while he's in sweats because really and not like a thick sweatpant. You want kind of almost like
A
like a
mesh
very
sweatpant.
like a frayed old pair that's like thin, and you're really going to sort of get an understanding of what you're working with there.
Absolutely.
And I gotta say that this college guy that was trying to sort of bed me after a drunken improv sesh, um, it wasn't hot to me. The sweatpants dong. I was like,
Sweatpants in
yikes.
college is so crazy.
Um, Brian, I want to tell you. Recently, I went to Northern California for a gig. I did a
Uh-huh.
speaking engagement at the College of the Redwoods, which it was like sort of like a college motivation day for like young native people in the area. First of all, there's a fuck ton of Indians in Northern California. I didn't know. I didn't
I think
know.
I
There's
knew
so
that.
many. There's tons and tons of tribal nations and like and and like groups of Northern Cali. I guess I did know this, but I just didn't because like one of my closest college friends lives there now, and I saw her and I haven't seen her since college, and I used to like babysit her kid when she was just like such a fucking awesome artist. I love her so much. Shout out Analia. um but I went to this college, and first of all, an beautiful campus, a small community college amidst the redwoods, Bry. Truly such a beautiful campus. I was blown away by its beauty. Horrible reception, horrible cell reception, but almost like in a way that is like, I mean, what do you want? Do you want access to the internet? Or do you want to like go to college in the freshest, most tree-filled, beautiful environment in the world?
Yeah, the air is probably clean as fuck.
It's the fucking cleanest air you've ever been in, and it's, like, kinda close to the ocean too, so it's, like, oceany and the redwoods. It was insane. Um, but the way that I have noticed, I mean, when I was a teacher, a high school teacher, my students had to wear uniform. So they had to wear like tan pants and these polo shirts that the school issued them. Um, or there's, like, T-shirts too and sweatshirts or whatever. Um but the high school kids that were coming through to see this this Q&A and like to take pictures and ask questions, so many of the high school kids were just wearing like pajamas. Like fleece pajama pants with like Pokemon print and t-shirts and like sweatshirts, like hoodies. It just was like, and I'm like, "Wait, was I wearing pajamas in high school? I don't think I was."
I was a big, like, basketball shorts in high school because I also had to wear a uniform. So when I
Uh-huh.
didn't have to wear a uniform, I was, like, straight up, like, "We're getting comfy as hell."
I was comfy, and I'm sure that there were days that I wore, like, yoga pants and stuff or something, but, like, I feel like for me, high school was so much more about, like, look cute, like not like high school was a fashion show, but kind of in a way that was like, you should probably wear, like, your cutest fits to school.
Yeah, it's weird that, like, jeans was almost, like, formal wear to me.
Me
Like, when I wore
too.
jeans, I was like, "I'm getting dressed up right now."
I know, and
I
but now, kids are just wearing their pajamas. They're not even fucking changing to go to school, dude.
I think that's so I don't know how I feel about it. I think it is kind of gross, but I also can't hate on it too much because 'cause I'm like, they're teens who
Same.
yeah.
I think it's gross and cool.
I think it's gross because mostly because it's just like, oh, they probably get into bed wearing that too. It's
Yeah,
more
it
that from
makes
the
me
street
wonder,
to the
did you
bed
brush
that's
your
a little bit
teeth?
gross.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But I do I think it's sort of like I do not that I was offended to see kids. Of course I wasn't offended. I like don't give a shit like what any kid is wearing. Like it's truly no bearing on my life. But I was like, what if I was I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a really what if I were Billie Eilish coming to the College of the Redwoods and doing a talk? Would you be wearing your pajamas?
I think, yeah, probably.
Yeah, you think? You think if
I
it's a
think
thing
so.
that they're just kinda like, "I truly don't give a fuck what anybody
Yeah,
thinks I look like."
yeah.
Okay, great. We solved that. Shall we watch some the internet for some
Yes,
teachings? Sacred
yes,
teachings? Here we go.
yes.
Motherfucker's not doing shit, just standing there. Just fucking standing in front of the fucking register window. I'm like, bro, if y'all don't mind, y'all move, like, can y'all move to the side? I just gotta pay for this. One Dominican dude. How do I know he's Dominican? Fattest ass I ever seen in my life. Childbearing hips, and I know my fucking people. He steps to the side, but he sizes me up the whole time. You know when you could tell somebody's like in your business, like in your fucking mouth? Hold up. But you know when you could tell when somebody's like in your mouth, in your business, and don't know how to fucking get out of it? I look at him and I go, "Are you okay?" He goes, "Mama, you fine." Okay. I continue to pay for my shit. Papi, behind the register, who knows me very well, rolls his fucking eyes. He's like, "Oh my God." In Spanish, she's like, "Lo siento." He's like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I'm like, "It's nothing." Dominican dude, "Oh, pero what's wrong? What's wrong?" "I think you're fine, you're fine." Guess what I think? You're gay. I know fucking gay. I know fucking gay. You're a woman. You're gay. That's gay. I'm in full drag, basically. What are you talking about? Oh, yo, what do you mean? Like, you're a woman, you're a female. First of all, that female shit, miss me with it. That's for bookers. When a man calls a woman a female, I already don't fuck with you. He's like, "Oh, what you so fucking mad for?" You know why I'm mad? It's Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. It's 10:30. You don't got a fucking job, dummy. You don't got somewhere to be. You don't got a fucking life.
That's the
Ah.
energy I'm hoping to come back with after New York. I miss that, I need that.
I know. I mean, listen, that was all the energy I was getting when because I lived in the Bronx. Like, it's all Dominican, Puerto Rican folks out there and Jamaica, like, like Islander folks. It was fucking awesome. I love this. It's not a TikTok, it's an Instagram reel. I am obsessed with her. She is my priest.
I love service workers. I love
How
I'm
she just
really
takes a call in the middle of the fucking post.
um, yeah, it feels like because sometimes you watch a movie and you're like, "People like this don't exist." And then you realize that they do.
You realize Rosie Perez as a lesbian, just woman on the street, does actually fully exist.
I love
I love
Rosie
how she
Perez.
talks about the man with big birthing hips and a huge fattest ass I've ever seen. I know he's Dominican because he has the fattest ass I've ever seen. Big birthing hips. Holy
When
shit.
I think it was this summer after. It was the summer between high school and college. I worked at the call center, the U-Haul call center, which is in downtown Phoenix, and when you call 1-800-GO U-Haul, you go all calls are routed to this call
You go
center.
to Brian Bahe?
And it was truly just, like, me and 5, like, 50 other, like, high school dropouts, essentially.
Uh-huh.
And we're all just, like, reading off this script of, like everyone would be so angry too because 'cause they're like the
Yeah.
advertisement says 19.99 per day, and we're like, "Yeah, but then there's, like, a mileage fee on top of that," and then they would just, like, yell at us. And but one time I got a woman that I swear, like, was Rosie Perez. She was, like, in the Bronx trying to, like, rent a U-Haul, and she she was like she was pissed off about the mileage fee, but then she's like, "Okay, whatever, whatever," and then I was just like,
Whatever.
"Oh my god." This is so
So
cool, but
hot.
she ended up being so cool.
Of course.
Pleasure to work with. Have no idea if it was her.
I mean, listen, even if it was this woman, I'd be like, "I love you. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed." I want to walk through the world with this level of energy toward men. I wanna be like, "Fuck you. You think that your gaze is so crucial to my survival? Like, you think I give a fuck? Fuck up. You don't even have a job. It's Tuesday at 10:30 AM. What are you doing? I'm just trying to buy some shit at the bodega, dog. Like, get out of my face." And
Mhm.
also, I completely agree with what she says. Like, the second you call a woman a female, ew.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Who's doing that still?
That's really upsetting to hear.
When
I
is the
might start
last
doing it.
time that when is the last time you've heard, like, "Hey, that's a female"?
That's a very, like, 90s thing, I feel like. I feel like the Wayans brothers would do that a lot in their show.
Yeah, it is. It used to be, but in the 90s, it was sort of like, ooh, a female. Like, it was kind of like a sexual connotation in a
Yeah.
way. Like, female, like really hard on the F, female. Like, but now it's giving MAGA. It's giving like, oh, she's a female. That means she has like limited skills and capacity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's almost like it's an objectification, really, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not a person, I'm a female.
Female.
'Cause I'm not calling men males. That's a scientific term.
Males.
I call him a
Male.
male if it's a frog or a beast of nature. Male, female.
Maleficent.
I do also think we're kind of like a little bit
Gender.
post-gender, right? Like,
Yeah, I agree. I think we've
she's
been the most post-gender we've ever been.
I mean,
And
it
I
even
think
is
that
like,
is why there's such, like, a strong reaction against it.
yeah, 'cause
Because
it's like,
everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is the final days of gender as we used to know it. We need to hang on for dear life."
well, even she says it to his face. She's like, "You're gay. Look at me. Look at how I'm dressed. Look at how I behave, bro. If you're into this and you're like, ooh, this female so fine. Like, are you serious? I am the most masked I have ever been in my life today,
Yeah.
and you're into it. So you gay."
We are going in what is it called? The color thing that's like CSMYK or whatever it's called?
CSMYK.
It's like a
CSMYK.
color C
Like Love Sees No Color vibes, or
CYAN.
I don't know what you're talking about. I do
I honestly don't
understand.
even know what I'm trying to say, but that's how I feel about gender.
Like, wait, okay, Love Sees No Color was a movement that was sort of like a 1990s saying, like, "Love sees no color," trying to be like, I'm not racist because I don't see race, but like, are you saying that love sees no gender? Is that what you're saying?
I don't even know.
That
Okay,
you see no gender?
CMYK is a color model used in
Oh.
color printing to describe the printing process.
Mm.
So it adds ink to reduce brightness. I'm a little bit like, that's what gender is now.
Wait, in what way? Kind of
I have no
can
idea,
you dive
actually.
into the
I have
thought of
no
that?
idea.
No, you can't? Okay.
I'm
Well,
so, like one day I'll figure it out.
you are in your esoteric era, so or what did
Exactly.
we say? Yes. Was it esoteric? No, it was enigma.
Right.
It's an enigma, Bri, and you are an enigma. Um I'm also sort of reliving the moment on the pod that we had with Hayden. And it's the post for today that went out today that is Hayden Johnson talking about how in 2026, like, straight men should kiss.
Ugh.
Straight men should kiss goodbye. They should kiss hello. They should kiss on the mouth. They should just kiss sometimes. Women do it. Why can't men?
I've never been more, yeah, straight men need to kiss. Straight men need to kiss.
Straight men need kisses.
Straight men need to kiss really bad.
Straight men need to kiss gay men. That's what the gay men are all saying.
I love it when men kiss.
So do I. Heated rivalry.
It's one of my favorite things. Straight men kissing.
Well, that was my social media dose of what's it called? Misandry. Misandry
Misandry.
is the opposite of misogyny. It's sort of like a hatred of men. And she sort of outlined it for me in a perfect way. It was just like you can't just like have whatever you want just because you look at it and you like what you see. Like, what is
No,
wrong with
no,
you?
no, no. Don't funk with my heart. Do you remember that?
What is that?
Black Eyed Peas.
Oh no, I knew you were singing something with Fergie. Okay, shall we boy, pull it together, Jana. Should we get listen to our advice for the day?
I have a question. When you're doing dishes and stuff, how do you keep from getting water all over your midriff, like all over your shirt? I don't know if it has to do with my height or maybe I'm just sloppy. I'm a short person, maybe about 5 feet, 5'1". Do you just stand really far away from the sink? Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Thank you so much, and that's the end.
Okay, so
Brian, do you know any answer to this? Because I'm wondering do you do dishes? Like, what's kind of the vibe?
yeah,
Is your
but
new apartment, do you have a
begrudgingly.
dishwasher?
I do have
Yeah.
a dishwasher. Sometimes I wait until the last minute and I need a dish right that moment though, so I do have to wash it. And my midriff is soaking wet. So, Jana, because you're not on TikTok, you're missing out on the trend also called,
Mhm.
it was started by, I think it was like I don't know if it was a viral tweet. It might have been. But basically
Okay.
it's young hoes cook everything on high. So it's just like young hoes, like, we have no patience.
I
A
love the
lot of people
title.
are
I love everything about it.
a lot of people are identifying with young ho behavior. You know, it's like you only do one load of laundry if you're a young ho,
If you're a
et
young
cetera, et
hoe, you're
cetera.
mixing the colors, you're cooking everything on high, you want it to just happen immediately. You should
Exactly.
sort of be getting into the toaster oven game as opposed to a microwave or a stove.
And to me, what I'm getting from this call is young hoes get their midriff wet when they do dishes. And I think
100%.
that's okay. I think there is a way to make your midriff not wet, but then you would be doing dishes for 5 hours. I say just disrobe, do the dishes, get wet, get sloppy, and put your clothes back on when you're done.
No, Brian, this is not a thirst trap moment. Brian's trying to get all of our listeners to envision him doing the dishes without a shirt on.
No, I'm saying she does it too.
Or you could wear an apron. That's an option.
Oh,
I
that's
do have
cool.
I have a waterproof apron that I never wear. I think I just don't care. I don't get my midriff soaked, okay? So I agree. This is Young Ho gets her midriff soaked doing dishes behavior
Because
for sure.
it's like, my dishes have been sitting for days. Everything's caked on
Right.
there. I'm
You're really
scrubbing.
scrubbing. You're
And
using
so,
multiple different tools to get the grime off of the dish.
yeah, I can't have open cups of water near the dishwasher because I know things will be flying everywhere. So I don't want to
Yeah.
drink dirty dishwasher. So put those on the other side of the room.
Mhm. Yeah, it's giving sloppy jalopy dish time where you're just really going to town on those dishes.
Yeah, I refuse to
Um
soak. I refuse to pre-rinse or post-rinse
oh,
after a
yeah.
meal. I'm just like,
Okay.
let's just take it as it comes.
Here's something that I am going to say to the young hoes doing dishes and getting their midriff soaked. First of all, I challenge you to have tits because as a young hoe myself who has always lived in an apartment as an adult, and literally like none of my apartments have ever had dishwasher. Did my Bronx apartment have a dishwasher? Maybe it did. Um my current apartment that I have almost lived in for 10 years now. Oh my god. Brian, it'll be 10 years in this apartment
That's crazy.
in fucking
10 years is so long. I've never lived anywhere for 10 years.
It was 10 years this month.
Oh my
I moved into this
god.
apartment the first week of the pandemic in 2016. No.
The pandemic wasn't in
Yes. 2020.
2016.
No. 2016 was when I moved to LA. So in August, I will be in LA for 10 years. I moved into this
Okay.
apartment in 2020. Okay, so it was 6 years this month. I've been in this apartment, does not have a dishwasher. And as you know, Bri, I cook a lot. I cook a lot. I bake. I use the shit out of this tiny, tiny kitchen. I have fucking made some of the best things I've ever made in my life in this tiny little kitchen.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't have a dishwasher, so I'm always doing the dishes. It's a big whole ordeal. And one of the things that I want to encourage people to do now, this is not only a dish, an effective dishwashing tool, it is also a water saving tool. Instead of running the hot water on full blast for 15 minutes while you're scrubbing the shit out of your dishes, plug one side of your sink or the entire sink. Like do an initial rinse of the dishes, like get like most of the gunk and especially oil like kind of off the dishes, quick rinse, and then fill up your sink like with soapy water, like put plenty of soap in there, get the suds going, and fill up your sink with hot soapy water. Don't fill it to the top, obviously, just like a little layer of hot soapy water, and put your dishes in that hot soapy water to be in there while you're doing dishes. And one by one, you want to wash it just without the water running, wash it in the soapy water. Like submerge it and wash it in there. And then take it out and put it in the other side to rinse. So then you rinse and then you put it away. The hot soapy water that you're washing in and soaking in at the same time, it is going to get dirty, but it's okay because
It's soapy.
it's soapy. It takes off the grease and the grime, and it's disinfecting it. It's doing the whole thing. It's not only is it a splash, a sort of a splash resistant dishwashing way, but it's water efficient and it is gonna make your dishes cleaner in the end, because when you just do like a hand wash with your little like scrubber or whatever, and you put it in the dryer, and you look at it later and you're like, ooh, it still has like weird grease spots on the bottom or something. That's where the soapy water comes into play. And that is an adult woman who no longer gets her midriff wet when she's washing
Yeah,
dishes.
that's how you
That's a
do it.
hack.
And I will never do that. I will
Yeah, you
never do
won't.
that.
You won't. Maybe this young lady will.
I
But
hope if she really wants to
you're not
do it.
cooking all the time.
No, I do use pots, pans regularly though, and plates.
What are you cooking, Bri? What are you cooking these
I'm
days?
heating stuff up.
And like, let's say tonight. Tonight's a Monday night. What are you doing for dinner tonight? What's the plan? Chipotle
Chicken.
or chicken? You're making it?
No,
You're
it's
you're ordering.
pre-cooked. It's pre-cooked from the
It's
grocery
pre-cooked.
store.
It's
I
it's
heat it on a
TJ's.
pan.
It's TJ's pre-cooked.
Yeah, I heat it on the pan
You heat it on the pan.
because it feels. Because when I eat it, I'm like, this is almost like homemade.
And do you do you put oil on the pan? Do you season
Yeah,
it at all? You
I
put
season it
what?
with salt
Olive
and
oil?
pepper.
Okay, salt and
Yes,
pepper, olive oil on the pan.
yes.
You cook it on high.
Obviously, I'm starving when I take that when I start
Do
cooking.
you
So
put anything on the chicken?
uh-uh.
And do you have any sides? Or are we just talking straight up just chicken grilled, salt and pepper?
There's a side, a salad,
A salad,
a
bag
baked
salad from
potato,
TJ's.
baked
A
potato.
baked potato?
No, not like by salad. I just mean spinach that I also throw on the pan at the end to cook a little bit.
And any seasoning on that?
No.
You're just using sort of the leftover dredges of salt and pepper from the chicken that may have
Yeah,
been there.
yeah.
Are you oiling it at all, or what's going in with the
The
spinach?
spinach? No, it's in the same pan as the chicken.
Yeah, I get that part. God damn, this sounds like the most disgusting fucking dinner ever, but I am
I
sure
mean,
that you're enjoying it.
at this point in my life, food is fuel.
Ugh.
I'm
I
literally
hate
like,
this point in your life. What a stupid point to be at in
it's one of
life,
those things where
Brian.
I'm just like, I wait until the last minute to eat. So when I do eat, I'm so hungry and I just like throw it down my throat.
Yeah.
And then once I'm full, I just like I don't think about it until I'm full. And then I can go on with my day.
Damn. Damn. I wish I could live like that. I honestly do wish that my brain wasn't so occupied with food noise that I think about food all day, every day.
No, I think food is cool. I wish I could be more appreciative of food and put more time and effort into it, but I just don't.
And for some people, it's just not an interest. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm quite interested in food. And man, I gotta say, I do, when I think about people like you who uh sort of are okay sort of just like having like like I feel like Steve, my boyfriend, would love if I just grilled up some chicken from Trader Joe's and put some fucking spinach in there after the chicken was done. He would be like, fine, I'll eat it. Like, he's not trying to like make a gourmet ass dinner, but for me every night I'm like, ooh, how can I sort of like I'm literally Googling how to improve upon recipes that I already know. And then
That's
going and getting the ingredients and fucking doing. Like, I'm
that's
trying
really
to
cool.
basically cook like a chef.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It it's a uh sort of a paralyzing way to be though, because I need food to be really good.
That's
It sucks.
yeah, I can see how that could suck a little bit.
Um
I feel like the closest thing I have to that is coffee now.
ooh,
Because I
coffee snob?
love what's that?
Are you a coffee snob now?
I am. Like I have an espresso machine now, so I like do my own lattes. And yesterday I got ingredients to make grapefruit espresso tonic, so I've been drinking those in the afternoon. It's so fucking good.
Grapefruit espresso tonic? I'm sorry, what?
2 shots of espresso, tonic, and then,
Tonic
like, some
water.
grapefruit, and it's, like it's the
Fresh
perfect, like
grapefruit?
I mean, I wish. No, this is just, like, grapefruit juice. It's, like, high quality grapefruit juice, but it's, it doesn't beat fresh grapefruit. Because if you get
What?
those grapefruit chunks, it's so good. And it's just, like, a
What?
very, like, flavorful afternoon warm coffee, like, on a warm day,
You
you
put
enjoy this
ice
coffee
in it.
drink. Yes.
And where did you find out about this tonic?
There's a coffee shop that I go to that has it, and they make it, and it's so good, and I was just like when I think I got it
What?
no, maybe the day before yesterday, I was like, "Wait, I can make this." And so I
Yeah.
just looked up the recipe, and now I've been making that. But when I was back in Phoenix, I would go to this coffee shop in, like, my mom's neighborhood, to use their Wi-Fi, and their lattes were straight up fucking garbage. Their regular coffee was trash, and I was like,
Yikes.
"Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm a coffee snob." Like,
Yeah.
I took, like, a sip, and I was like, "Fuck this. Never again." I think that's also what sent me on my kind of rampage about Phoenix, because I was like, "Can there be one place that actually has good coffee?" Even the good coffee spot, I a little bit was like, "This isn't that good."
Yeah, are you relegating me to Starbucks? Is that what we're doing? Like, I
I
hate
would
it in
know, I hate Starbucks through and through.
same. 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 Full on in coffee snobbery. Steve is also in coffee snobbery. We were going in Japan. Japan, by the way, two of the things that are high on Japan food list, like things to check out in Japan, in Tokyo, coffee, like espresso.
Mhm.
They're really fucking like good at that. And pizza.
Whoa!
Pizza.
That makes me so happy.
I know. We had some
Pizza.
amazing fucking pizza, dude.
That's
And then
wild.
I know. And then we were like, oh my God, we gotta get more pizza.
Ugh,
Pizza. There's like a worldwide pizza thing like in the world that's like a pizza competition, like, who are the best who has the best pizza. And I feel like
Mike
in the
Pizza.
last like 5 years, the top, like in the top 10, Japan always has like 4 or 5 people.
Wow.
Yeah, like experts. And it makes sense to me knowing now like that part of the culture of Japanese people is to specialize in one specific thing and to get really fucking good at that one thing, and that's sort of your craft, how you make a living. So it's perfect for like a coffee place to be like, all we have is coffee and it's going to be really fucking good, but we don't really do anything else. It's just coffee. And
I
it's
know.
the same is true for pizza. All we do is pizza, and it's going to be great pizza, but it's not like we're going to have a menu of like 50 different pizzas. We're making like 3 or 4 pizzas and they're all fucking bangers.
I love that.
Me too.
That's how it should be.
Bri, we have to sign off on our main page and then go over to do a little bit of wise ass recording. So
Okay.
if you are not a wise ass listener, I encourage you to become one by going to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com and to become a wise ass. You can hear our additional discussion. Bri, is there anything you want to plug in the upcoming weeks? Are you going to be out and about doing any comedy?
I'll be in New York. I'll be in Atlanta first. When does this come out? Next week, right?
Next week.
I guess if you're in Atlanta and you hear this the day it drops on Monday,
It's like
I'm
after Easter, basically the 6th,
yeah,
the week
the
of the 6th.
6th, I will be headlining Star Bar in Atlanta.
Ooh, spread the word. Star Bar, Brian Bahe's in Atlanta, y'all.
Spread the word, and then I got be in New York the 8th through the 17th, and I'm doing some shows there.
Oh, that's exciting. How can
Follow
people
my
find out?
stories. Follow
Okay,
my
your
stories on
stories.
Instagram if you're interested.
And would love for you to sort of put in your stories, maybe even days ahead of time, like when you're going to be performing, if that's a possibility, just so people have a heads up and they're not like making day of plans, Bri.
Yeah, I guess so. And then
I'll try.
Oh, and if you're in Arizona, I'm doing 4 shows over the course of 4 days.
Oh my God.
The 24th through the 27th. One of those is even in Tucson, so if you're in Tucson.
Wow. I want to talk more about this, all this stand-up, Bri,
Yeah.
in the Wise Ass edition. But that's all the time we have today. We hope our wisdom made your life better, but we will not be issuing refunds if it didn't.
If you or anyone you know needs advice, has a question for us, or just wants to chat about something, leave us a message. There's 3 ways to do that. You can find them in the show notes, and we'll give you our smudgiest, sagiest, solicited advice.
As always, we'd love you to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. And again, support our work by becoming an official Wise Ass by going to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com. Thank you for tuning in. Toksha.
I'll go in a